Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. We are on I-40 heading west. We are almost out of Arizona, just past exit 1. Today we're going to travel across Route 66 to the California desert. What's left of it anyway. There's the old bridges. This is called the Old Trails Highway. Alright, there's your mighty Colorado River. And just about the other side will be the California state line. Welcome to California. Yay! Alright, we're going to go up here. We got to go through their inspection station. Then we're going to make a quick exit on 5 Mile Road, I believe it's called. Alright, here's our first exit. There's little chunks of the old highway. This is one of them. We'll actually take this into Needles. There's really not that many towns along this stretch. It's long too. We're going to do over close to 200 miles today to get down to Victorville. I have driven some of these sections of the old road a few years back, so I kind of know what to expect, where to look. Probably the biggest location we're going to see today is Roy's Motel in Amboy. It's probably the most photographed and biggest one. But got Bagdad Café if they're open. Then we'll drive through old Barstow, and then there's even a bottle farm. Hopefully we can catch them all open today. That's the goal. It's a pretty good time yet in the morning. And talk about nice weather. End of February. It is picture perfect. Once again, warm winter weather right here in the desert. Okay, they call this the California Gateway. There's a storyboard here. I've stopped here before, and there is absolutely nothing else around. A couple trees here. There's their little windmill with the signs. Kind of nice, no wind. Crossing the old Mojave and even Sonora Desert. You never know. It can change in a heartbeat. And here's the map. Shows the section that we're going to be taking. Part of the old road. See over there that we're standing, it says you are here. We're real close to Needles. Some of the Route 66 bridges are out, so we're going to have to do quite a few miles on I-40. I'll zigzag off of it the best I can. Show you as much as I can today. Then we're going to end up over in Barstow, and then another 30 miles is Victorville. That's the goal. Get that convertible out, crank up the AM radio. Let's cruise old Route 66. Next year is our 100-year centennial. There's Roy's Motel. We'll see that today for sure. So can really hear the traffic off I-40. One busy major highway. So we're gonna see a few of those locations a day, especially Amboy. Oh, the crater. Yeah, there's a national monument. We can peek at that. So that'll be cool. All right, time to roll. Talk about a beat up road. This little section here, I don't know why they don't fix it. It's always been bad, this little chunk, for whatever reason. You know, counties maintain old Route 66 now. I believe this is San Bernardino County here. Old RV park here to the right. I used to know people would stay there. I'd truck down from Montana and spend the night there and head all the way down to like El Centro and stuff. And here is one busy highway. This is Highway 95. Take you all the way up to Canada. We're entering Needles right off to the left. That's the BLM office for the Needles area. You can stop and get maps there. All kinds of dispersed camping. Huge off-road trails out here. You can definitely get lost. You want to get lost in the desert? Here's where you come to. We'll cut through town first on the old road. Then we'll have to pick up on I-40 for a few miles. A lot of gas stations. Let's see what the price is. We're California. Ooh! It's over $6 a gallon for diesel here. Yikes. Well, oh well. Van's full. I get a good range on it, over 500 miles, so we can go a long ways. There's the old railroad tracks, but this is part of the old road. You see the emblems in the pavement. They mark it pretty good. One of Needles' claim to fame is hot heat. In the summer, it can easily get here to over 110 and even up into the 120s. Right along the Colorado River and the basin here, Laughlin, Bullhead City, Fort Mojave, Needles, all the way down through Blythe and down into Yuma. Just extremely hot here in the summer. Several RV parks around here too. Very RV friendly. Good place to come in the winter. Oh, it looks closed. The old trail's in. Doesn't look open. There's the covered wagon sign, welcoming you to Needles. And this is the actual downtown Needles right here. You'll see a lot of the old buildings that were back from the day. There's a mural. A couple old motels left here. There's your Imperial 400 Motor Inn. Another mural over there in the food service building. Burger Hut. Not a whole lot here. It's not a super big town. You know, Needles and Blythe both, they're kind of out here by themselves. It's a long ways to another city or town, because these are California towns. They're pretty much isolated on their own. And you can tell some of the old buildings have the gas station look to them, but they've been remodeled. There's Big O tires. And there's your official Route 66 Needles sign right there. And guess what? That's downtown. Alright, we'll follow it up as far as I can, then I'm going to jump back on the interstate. I could right here, but we still get a little more of the old road straight ahead. Go over the railroad tracks. There's quite a few here. This is a railroad town. Has been for decades. Colorado River's off to the right too. we'll make a left up here. There's another old motel. One thing about old Route 66, you can do this in a car. A lot of people do, you know, they travel in a car and check out the old motels, stay in them, because some of the rooms, they have them fixed up. Remember up there in Seligman, they had the Elvis room and John Wayne room and every room you could think of. These are all new hotels here. Mainly a truck stop town. Kind of reminds me of Quartzsite. Couple signs here, the Route 66 stuff. Yeah, that place is called The Bar. From here, I'm gonna jump back on I-40. We're gonna have to go clear into, I believe it's exit 78 to take off for Amboy. There is a chunk of the old road, but it's not worth driving. I've driven it before. There's absolutely nothing but road and railroad tracks, so we might as well pick up a little time. Quite a few stops and a little bit of distance I want to get in today. Because we want to see some sights, just not open road. Gosh, you can imagine back in the day, I mean, when they drove across no interstates. Of course, back then you had gas stations and more businesses along the route. But you're going to see here, I mean, it turns into a lot of open nothing. We're going to cross the major desert. Like starting right now. Make sure you fill your gas tank too. You don't want to run out of fuel. There's few and far between stations. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of miles here. I'll kick the cameras on when it gets good. Alright, I'm going to exit here, and we're probably going to end up seeing a road closed sign. This would be the main exit to take to go down to Amboy, to Roy's Motel. But it's probably closed. It was a couple years ago. Pretty sure it was like 2 years ago. I drove back this way. From the other direction. Yeah, there's the sign for Amboy, but I don't think we can make it through. We'll find out. Plus I gotta change camera batteries. So I needed a pit stop. And sure as heck, there's the road closed sign, so we can't go through. Alright, well, I'll get turned around, get batteries in the cameras, and we'll keep rolling. This is called Mountain Springs Summit. All the truckers park up here and snooze overnight. They got big pull-off areas. But you can see there ain't much out here. Alright, we got to go up a ways. I believe it's exit 78. Take that road and that'll cut us down into Amboy. And several miles later, I just turned the cameras off. No sense filming interstate. We'll take the next exit. Which will cut us down into Amboy and back on the old route. Big National Preserve. To the left, they'll take you up into Baker, California. All kinds of camping in here. You can camp all over the place. In the winter, it's perfect. In the summer, nah. Alright, make a left. And we got a few miles to get down to the old route. Well, you want to see what the desert looks like? This is it. When they plow the roads, it's for the sand that's blowing over it. No snow here. Everything's dry this year too. Very little rain this season. Not good. Usually the desert has a little green to it. We're almost a couple days left in February and getting into the first part of March, so rainy season isn't going to be much longer. Alright, we got about, I don't know, a dozen miles to get down there, 12 or so. Then we'll be back on the old route in Roy's Motel and Cafe. The place is famous. Big old sign. Very famous, iconic stop on the old route. Made it. We need to go to the right, but I'm going to try something. I want to see how far up the road we can get. We got a little time today. Go around these road closed signs and see just how far. There should be like a old memorial or something up here. I don't know if we can make it that far. And the answer is no, but look at that, they're working on it. They got cranes are actually fixing this. Interesting. I believe it's been 4 or 5 years. Heavy rains in the winter washed out some of the old bridges along the route here. Some of these bridges were built way back. They're still made out of wood. And the problem is funding, money. The counties don't want to fix them, so they just close the road. And there's absolutely nothing out here. So that's why they don't put a priority on it. Okay, well, we learned. Let's head on down to Roy's. Now, if you had a Jeep, you could probably drive around those washed out bridges. Definitely not in a van or a regular car. You get stuck. But you probably could in a Jeep. Here it is, the iconic Roy's Motel and Cafe. They got a gift shop here. They sell fuel. But the motel and all that's been closed for a long, long time. But that big old sign there, you'll see that in movies. All kinds of pictures online. That is one iconic sign. And there's your official roadside attraction sign for the route. Here's part of their old cabins and hotel. All abandoned. Maybe someday someone will fix this up. The problem with that road being closed like it is, that has to hurt business. There's the motel back behind these cabins. Neat stop though, I've been here a couple times. Good place to catch a sunset, sunrise. Big old cell tower here. Another thing, traveling across the desert, you will lose cell service now and then. And a marker for the trails, the old trails highway. Mojave Desert. The old motel lobby. There's a piano. Front desk. Few pictures. That old style furniture. Even the colors in there. That's pretty original. Those walls could talk, huh? Well, we'll go to the cafe, peek inside. Kind of quiet here, isn't it? Well, they're still selling fuel. I've seen pictures of like little single engine airplanes getting fuel here. They land on the road. That'd be fun. Fly around the desert. You could fly low. Check out the sights. There's your white stallion. Well, I splurged. Bought me a Route 66 root beer. Root beer on the root. Pretty cool looking bottle, isn't it? Let me hold it up next to the Roy sign. Hang on. Gotta get there's your moment. Have a root beer on the root. Old church back over here. Looks like some kind of a sculpture. Not a sculpture, it's all kinds of shoes. Kind of like that shoe fence back out of Parker on that Highway 60. So you need a pair of sneakers, there you go. Looks in pretty good shape. Here's their memorial, St. Raymond's Church. I don't know if it's abandoned or not. They got boards over the window, but you know, this desert looks like it's been painted. So who knows? This is probably the best stop along the way to where you see something that's from way back when. Ooh, what do we have here? You know, the big Roy Motel sign. I don't remember this. It's another memorial. Oh, wow. It's a guy that bought Roy's, and he passed away 2023. Albert. He was a businessman out of Southern Cal. Was fixing up old Roy's. Well, I wonder who has it now then. I'll be darned. What a project to take on, restoring something like that. Well, let's keep on trucking. There's that national monument. It's like a crater or something. You can see it straight out. Want to stop? Heck yeah. Here's the old choo-choo train tracks. Got 3 of them. Now this road right up here, if you take it to the left, will take you all the way down to 29 Palms. That's where Joshua Tree National Park and all that is down there. I've never driven it, maybe one of these days. That road right there. Once again, make sure you got a full tank of fuel if you're out here roaming around these back roads. Well, let's make a quick stop. It's called the Amboy Crater Natural Landmark. Well, let's go take a peek at it. A little breeze picking up finally. Feels kind of good. It's almost hot. Go figure. It's supposed to be winter. Big old lava beds here. I know up around Barstow there's a lot of lava. Big open fields full of it. Kind of cool how plants grow out of it. Probably thousands of years old. All the sand that's blown around. At one time would have been glowing red. Big old hot lava fields. There's that crater, I guess, out there. I've never stopped here. I don't know. This is first for me. Amboy crater. Waterfowl, rabbits, reptiles. Looks like a sanctuary for wildlife. Looks like a lot of open desert to me, though. Probably a hike back there. They might have trails or something. Alright, let's keep rolling. It is worth a little stop, see what it is. Right up the road here, there's supposed to be a sign. What's left of Baghdad. Goes another train. Those tracks are so busy. All those trains that go right back into Arizona through Kingman and across the country. Here it is, that tiny little sign. This is what's left of a whole town right here. Wow. says that this tree is the last thing standing from the town that's called Baghdad. That's it. A tree in the desert. I wonder if they water it. I mean, there ain't many trees out here, but my goodness, that's something. Alright, it's nothing but open road. We're going to go up to a community called Ludlow. And I think there we're going to pick back up on the interstate for a few miles. But this is what it is. This is what it is to drive across Route 66 across the desert. This is what they would have seen all those decades ago. I don't know if you can pick it up. Off to the right you can see semis going down I-40. We're getting close. The road itself's pretty decent shape. Just those bridges. There's a lot of them going over all the washes out here. That's always going to be a problem, I bet, for these old sections of highway. Well, can you say abandoned? Bunch of abandoned buildings here. I need to stop. I gotta switch camera batteries, so. Take a little walk around. Here you go, a little fixer-upper. Needs a couple windows and and a bulldozer. It's what left of some old building. Looks like the spray paint's holding it together, maybe. All the graffiti. There's the Route 66 emblem, spray painted on the pavement. I'd say an old-time gas station. They don't build them like that anymore, do they? All fenced off. Well, not much left. Yeah, I was checking the maps. I'm gonna get back on the interstate for a few miles. Next stop will be the Bagdad Café. Yay. Then there's actually a gas station here, it looks like. Definitely a trucker's stop. Well, I'll go straight and turn around so you can see it. It's like a little cafe restaurant. Couple gas stations, trucker parking lot. Old motel. What is, oh, that's a road closed sign up there, so that's probably part of the old highway maybe. But it's closed. Too cool for school. Not bad though, we're catching a few sights here. For the amount of miles you do in California, I drove this, like I said, a couple years ago, back the other direction, back towards Arizona. Just kind of exploring, I didn't film it. And it was just a lot of open road. But it's still part of the journey. Next year, 100-year centennial for the old route. That'll be something. Alright, next stop be Bagdad Cafe. There's the sign for the old route. I'll take this exit. Pretty sure this one's it. Hector Road. We're getting pretty close to Barstow now. We've done a pretty good chunk across the desert. And cut right back over. Pick up the old highway. I'm pretty sure it's called Newberry Springs or something down this way. Hey, a cell tower at least. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you can sign up for my free newsletter, putting one out twice a month now. Got all kinds of articles, blogs, pictures. Also, we got the mug shots, which are people holding up coffee mugs that they've purchased. Part of the Armchair Traveler series on RVerTV. We got a whole series of mugs, shirts, hats, all kinds of cool merch. It's right there in our website, RVerTV.tv, which helps support the channel and future videos just like this one, trucking across this iconic old highway. What's left of it anyway. And right here in California. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv. And I appreciate it very much. More lava fields up here. Ooh, I think I got a... Pretty sure this is it. There's an old motel sign. This has to be it. There it is. Let's check it for a minute. The only thing left is that pole and the sign. This used to be a motel. I'll be darned. Totally abandoned. You can almost make out the lettering on there. Motel. Well, there you go. Now we have power lines, homes, where humans live. A lot of the old buildings from back in the day. Even a little mountain there. Okay, that Bagdad Cafe should be right up here somewhere. Look at the trees. They got water here. Someone's been watering. Here it is. Yep, Newberry Springs, Bagdad Cafe. Place is iconic. You see it in a lot of videos. I think there's even a movie shot here about it or something. Doors open. We'll go inside. There is copyrighted music blaring in here, so I imported my own. Look at all the stickers, business cards, t-shirts, old jukebox, not serving food right now. Cool guy that owns it and is running the place.
A little bit of left break right now. It's a heavy one, huh?
Yeah. It's on, you don't have to push.
Oh, it's just recording right now?
Yes.
Okay. Don't push nothing?
Nope.
The guy doing it?
No, I'll take screenshots of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
I do it the lazy way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pretty darn cool, huh? Plus outside there's a couple old Airstream trailers he said to go check out. But there was a movie done about this place. Honored to meet you, sir. Thank you. All right. Yeah, he had music just blaring in there. That's one thing about YouTube. You can't put regular music on. They give you copyright claims. Used to be a big motel out back here. It's all gone now. The only thing left is a sign. Got these two old Airstreams here. Maybe they're remodeling them, huh? Looks like he painted them. Says lounge on it. There you go. Got some furniture, custom artwork. Welcome to the Bagdad Cafe. Very cool. Fun stop. Definitely go inside, get your pictures, buy a t-shirt. He's also got some of the centennial for the 100-year anniversary. He's already got shirts made up for it. So if you're looking for that kind of stuff, might be a cool stop for you. There's the old motel sign. Oh, good. Gas station. I'm gonna grab some fuel before we head on into Barstow. We're close to town. I think we're less than 20 miles. Then we top off with diesel and then we'll truck on in. Was that fast enough? Heck yeah. Well, we will cruise the old route right through downtown Barstow. Then another 30 miles is a town called Victorville. And there's a stop along the way on the old route, a place called Elmer's. Was it Elmer's Bottle Tree Farm, something like that. And then down in Victorville, there's a Route 66 museum. We'll find that too. That's the plan, sticking to it. This is our exit. Actually, I-40 ends. This is the end of I-40 on the west end of the country. It goes clear to the east. Gonna take Main Street and cut through downtown Barstow. Very old railroad town here. It sure has grown. I remember driving through here back in the 90s, like 25 plus years ago, probably almost 30, driving down through here, and it was nothing here. Absolutely nothing. Just railroad tracks in a small town. Well, here we go. We'll just look for some old buildings and signs. Oh, there's a little car in that post back there. I looked online. I didn't see a museum. There's a local one, but it's not open right now. So I didn't see anything else like that. There probably is, I just haven't found it. That's okay, it's getting a little later in the day here. I want to get on down to Victorville. See, there's a lot of stores out here, gas stations, traffic lights. I keep hitting them all red. But this is the original road. If you're gonna drive the route, you'll be coming right through here. Here you go. Here's some of the old motels from back in the day. Roadway Inn. What's that one? Economy Inn. Some of these places are all boarded up. Dead Inn. Restaurants, auto parts. Yeah, some of these motels are huge. Budget Inn. So there's definitely quite a bit of it you can stay in for the old route. Look at this, we're already through town. Alright, looking at the maps here, I got a few miles to get down to that Bottled Tree Farm. I've seen pictures of that thing, it's cool. We're in for a treat. Alright, I think this is the oldest part of town here. Big old mural there in the building. I can't slow down too much, traffic's kind of pushing me. But I'm pretty sure... Yep, that little sign said Old Town. So here's your original old business district. Got the trees right in the medium strip. Yeah, this is definitely the old part of town. Army recruiting right there across the street. Hotel and cafe. Heck yeah. Another mural. So, quite a ways through here. Interesting though, huh? I'd say we're getting out of it now. Another motel. Wow, wonder how many they have here. Plaza Hotel. I'm gonna have to research that. I wonder how many motels they actually have in Barstow. We passed a ton of them. Alright, well let's head on and find that bottle farm. Elmer's. We're heading to Elmer's. Oh my goodness, yeah. Look at all these bottles. Elmer's Bottle Tree Ranch. I just looked at the phone. What'd I call it? A farm. Well, let's go check out the bottle farm. Now this is something. Different colored glass bottles. Been here a long time. Definitely a person's dream here. Well, looks like we can just go in. This is true artwork. Very well thought out, too. Every shape bottle you could think of. They're weathered, but they're still holding their color. I mean, just everywhere. Wonder if they drank them all. Joking, joking. That's something. I've seen pictures of this. I know people have come in here and shown it in videos before, but I never stopped or I don't even think I've driven down this section of road. There's a water tank, even a bed frame on top of one of these things. Wind spinners. Even the colored glass from electric lines. Insulators, I believe they call them. Bunch of old rusted antiques back here. Hubcaps, stove, cabinets, gas pump, airplane prop. Heck yeah. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Pretty fun? Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. I always love stopping at the random, like, desert art, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely unique. I seen it on the TV show once.
Oh, yeah?
And I was driving down, so I cut over here.
Yeah.
And had to.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had extra time. I was starting.
You can hear the wind chimes in here. It is getting breezy. There's got to be an acre of these things in here, I'd say. Look at that. Need a kitchen sink. Old Jeep, all abandoned. As far as you can see. Well, definitely put this on your list of stops. I'd rank this up there along with Roy's Motel and Cafe for Route 66 cool stop. There's gotta be close to an acre here, I bet. all these bottles. Looks like parking along down through there. But definitely, look at that. That's something, isn't it? Well, that was just pure fun. Okay, we're getting into Victorville, California. Gonna find this Route 66 museum. Quite a journey from leaving Needles to come all the way over here, zigzagging along off the interstate and finding these old chunks of road here. But worth it. If you're gonna do this, plan it out a little bit, because there are some stretches that are just long, flat, nothing really out there. Cool bridge. Look how the terrain's changing. Really getting rocky. I don't know a ton about this area. I think there's a prison here, army base, that kind of thing. We are right before the Cahoon Pass that drops you down into good old LA. So we're getting right down to it, to where you're going to get into hardcore Southern California. In Los Angeles, San Bernardino, all those places. That's Interstate 15. Goes all the way down to San Diego and Mexico, all the way up. Way up to Vegas, Utah, all that. 15 is a major interstate. Alright, I'm just kind of following the phone here to get down to the museum. This is definitely the older part of town. Liquor store. There it is. Museum. Looks open. Well, what do I need to do? I better go around the block. Figure out how to get in here. You enter through the alleyway. It's all fenced. This is not your nicer neighborhood. Alright, this should get us in there. Yep. Gates are open. So here's where you park for the Route 66 Museum right here in Victorville, California. Well, get parked, head on in. Old gas pumps. Pretty cool neon sign. VW bus. This definitely feels like California in here. All the hippie stuff. Old time slot machine. Teardrop trailer. Pretty cool. It's small. This is very small in here. Yeah, I like the doggy pick. Toy cars. Decent collection. There's Roy Rogers, Dale Evans. And looks like some local history about Victorville. A lot of old pictures from way back. Times have changed now, though. What else we got? Big old map. Map of the area. And you remember what one of these are? Black and white TV? Probably do. And your phone. I would definitely park inside the gates in that fence there. I wouldn't park in the street. Alright, well, a couple blocks down is the old road, the old route. Cuts up through Victorville. We'll take it down towards I-40. Cool little museum. They're not open every day. Make sure you check their hours if you're gonna stop there. Alright, this should be it. On the phone it showed a big archway. There it is. Yay. Old Town, Route 66. Here we go. Old buildings. Quite a few businesses, it looks like. There's a meat market across the street. very busy city street here. Tons of stores. Totally different than probably back in the old days, but still part of the old Route 66. Look at the traffic. The closer you get to LA, the worse it gets. So this is about where I'm gonna peel off. I'm gonna head up back up towards Barstow. I reserved a RV site for tonight. In the morning, heading up to Death Valley. Gonna do a run through Death Valley, going back to Arizona. Why not? So Barstow is about 30 miles back. Then from Barstow I can cut straight north, straight up into Death Valley. Gonna spend the night in Death Valley before I cut across. Okay, you can continue west, and it's gonna take you down to Cahoon Pass on I-15 straight in San Bernardino, and it's nothing but LA freeways all the way over to Santa Monica. The Santa Monica Pier is where Route 66 ends. Now, bonus footage. Right now, when I edit this, I'm going to show you in 2019, guess where I was. This is the Santa Monica Pier in 2019. This was one of my first adventures in a van coming there. Here's the Santa Monica Pier. Actually parked down here in the wooden parking area. There's also a big parking lot off to the right. All kinds of seafood down here. There's the old original van, the old Ford. Look at that thing, all lettered up. But once again, this Santa Monica Pier, there's your ocean. It was rainy, cloudy, and foggy when I was down here. And right out here is the sign, the end of the route sign. We'll find it. Santa Monica Pier's been here forever. They got Ferris wheel, amusement rides. You always see it on the LA news, weather. There's Bubba Gump Seafood Restaurant. Then right there it is. There's your Santa Monica, end of the trail. Route 66 sign is where everyone comes down, gets their selfies. Right there at the sign. Walk along the boardwalk. Enjoy the ocean, the beaches, everything. One thing Southern California has, it's big oceans and big beaches. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this last adventure on the Route 66 series, cutting across California. It was kind of hit or miss on what to find and see, but you can easily plan it and do it. Next stop, Death Valley. Journey continues. Talk soon.